first off have Thesis as my theme, and I know a good number of people do because I know a lot of people, a lot of hosting and admins use Thesis. So if you use that, I can show you how to do some stuff in there as well. So you can hop on over here to your dashboard, and you should have a little thing here called Thesis, and you have your basic options that you probably have messed with, where you can change your header image, and you can change like the basic colors of the website and stuff, some main overall styles. But they also have the ability to do a custom file editor, and you have two custom files of custom CSS and custom functions. So custom CSS would be anything that you want to override any style that's coming from the theme. So say that all of them have a border, all posts have a border of gray, but you'd really like for it to be black. You could come in here and say, find that style and change it to black. So you can see here I have a couple of other styles that I've done before, or that I have on my site currently. This is where I override fonts and things like that. So if I come back and say, okay, let's see. So this was my menu, so class menu here, and I wanted to add some margin to that. So I can copy paste this, and I can come over here and say, and you can see here I've already I'd edited the menu before, so I said I didn't want a background, so I wanted it to be see-through to the background. So here I'm just going to add on margin top into my style sheet. And then back over here I had also, what did I have down here? On my content box I had put 10 margin top of 10 here. So I want to take that, and I'm going to do margin box, so content box, see background white here, so I'm going to add on to the style margin top. Also, most of the time if you read style sheets, they're actually formatted like this, so I don't want to confuse you. You can do it in one line, and it's fine. I like it from a clean, once I do all my styles, I like to put them all in one line, just because it just cleans up a file for me. So then I use my big ass save button and I change it. And now if I go back to my website and I refresh, it should now have my space here that I wanted, and it's come down 5 pixels. And I've wiped out the stuff that I was doing here, so it's not in line anymore. So I have now made the changes. So that's something simple that you can do. Especially if you run the Thesis theme. If you don't and you need to relay your CSS stuff, this is, even if that, you could email your webmaster or whoever helps you do your website and say, hey, could you put these styles in here, and it'll give you a little more common ground to talk, instead of trying to be like, well, I feel like there should be some space, and trying to convey what you really mean. Some other things that might be helpful is if you're on any kind of website, I've had this happen before, of they have something wrong on their website that's not showing right, like a form is being cut off because like the frame comes up too high or something. So you can always just go in to any web page. I've done this to actually like submit forms on places where it would be like this form and it's half this field's cut off, so I can't see this button or something like that, and I could just come in here and I could say, form, I like for your height to be 300, just make it huge, and then now I can see the button or something like that. And it'll actually work, and that will help you actually submit forms. Trying to think of anything else that you would possibly need in here. Yeah, that's the other thing, is if you were looking at a font, I don't really mind if anyone knows what fonts I'm using. I'm not really, they're fine, they're free fonts, but you can go in and see that I have done a custom font, and you can Google how to do that. It's actually pretty easy. You just follow some directions on what to do, and there's Font Squirrel will actually make the fonts for you to be converted as long as they're license free. So you go in and you can make your own fonts. So I can see that this was, it's called KG Cold Coffee. So you can see if I take that off, all my fonts go back to the standard Arial in here. But also this is, like I said before, if you wanted to change your colors and say, hey, I really kind of want this to be, you can do HTML values. You can do some plain colors will convert. I can say, oh, I want them all to be orange, and see what that looks like, and things like that. Or you can take the color away, and that's what it is by default. But you can really just play around in here. And if you're really trying to learn CSS, I think it's a really great tool to play with, to just go looking around. take your own website that you know what's going on and learn this way. You reverse engineer what you need instead of trying to just say go in with a blank palette and trying to figure it out. I think it should help you out a lot. So I think that's about it. And please let me know if you have any questions and I can do a follow-up. So yeah, see ya.